In our news bulletin for this evening, Niue police investigate vandalism of classroom windows at Niue High School. Local song composers put their musical talents to the test for the 40th Constitution Celebration Songquest competition. Heavy swells out at sea prompts a search and rescue call-out to assist one fisherman. Hukupu Young People's Fellowship celebrate 40 years since inception. Fisherfolk were out on the reef and water on Saturday to catch the big one as part of Avasele Pre-Show Day fishing competition. Niue police are investigating vandalism reports to property at Niue High School suspected to have happened over the weekend. Staff and students returned to school on Monday to find windows of a number of classrooms had been smashed. On Monday's education radio program, Director of Education Bertha Tongahai expressed her disappointment over these thoughtless acts and damage to school property. The matter has been referred to the Niue Police Department, who are working with the school to find a solution to what appears to be an ongoing issue, with people needing to be reminded that school grounds are in fact out of bounds after hours. Niue Police Inspector Brent Ioane says that there have been instances in the past where the school grounds and field have been used by people to do wheelies. The message from the police department and the school is that the school grounds will be out of bounds and any unexplained entry will be considered as trespass. Inspector Ioane says that Niue is a small community, so such actions are unacceptable, and the police department are calling on people to come forward with any information, and charges will be laid against those responsible for these acts of vandalism. The hall was filled with the sound of music as groups gathered to compete in the 40th Constitution Songquest held last Friday. The hall was packed with teens and spectators, all eager to be part of the month-long celebrations. The event, organized by Taonga Niue in partnership with the Broadcasting Corporation of Niue, was deemed a success, with 29 teams registered in the 3 categories, 9 in the small groups, 9 in the medium groups, and 11 large groups. Taonga Niue Director Morena Tama said that it has been some time since the island has had a songfest of this sort, and this is one way of maintaining the language as well as adding to the musical records of Niue. Judging from the groups that turned up, many went out of their way to get matching outfits made. At the end of the night, placings from the small groups saw J Love in first place. Second placing went to Maunga, third placing to Liko, fourth equal placings went to Mutsuapile Mkoina and Aliutu Katapaipa. As for the medium groups, first placing went to Tukuola, second placing Tupsiola Ngailele, third placing went to the Alofia Kandisia Youth, and fourth placing Secretary Mania. In the placings for the large groups, in first placing the Island Kids that consisted of the Year 6 students of Niue Primary School. In second placing, the Niue Primary School teachers, third equal, the Niue Council of Women and Alofi North Women's Group, and in fourth placing, Uhomutu Chicks. If there was one team to beat, it would have to be the Year 6 Island Kids of Niue Primary School, who wowed the crowds not only with their voices, but they all played an instrument, were synchronized, uniform, and overall appearance was great. A very successful event, and no doubt those songs will be part of Niue's music archives that will entertain generations to come. Rough seas and swells caught one fisherman off guard yesterday, requiring support from the search and rescue team. It has been reported that the fisherman had attempted to return through the Avasele Channel, but in an unfortunate turn of events, his boat was swamped by waves. Niue police say that the initial call for assistance was received going up to 11 in the morning, where they were able to make an assessment and recover the boat. It was an anxious wait for friends and family who were at the wharf waiting. Inspector Brent Ioane says that the person was recovered safely with no injuries, but the boat was towed back to the wharf. The combined effort and quick response from Niue Police, Fisheries and Outside Services ensured a good result, and Brent said that the rescue effort was a good exercise to test their capabilities. Hukupu Youth celebrated 40 years since the establishment of the Hukupu Young People's Fellowship Group over the weekend in a 2-day program held at Tuasia. Acknowledgements were made to the founding members, Hakalaisi Pulo, Pitasuni Tanaki and Ayatoa Awe, who had the foresight to set up a group to unify the young people in the village. Saturday morning had more than 30 young people participate in fun activities, where participants were divided into 3 groups, each with their own unique name. Acronyms seem to be a popular factor, with group names like KTG, IDK and the VCATs. Teams will set challenges to score points that started with a march past, followed by a balloon popping relay. Then there were some more traditional tableau team sports, firstly with the coconut relay, with the making of a polo from coconut leaves, husking coconuts, scraping coconuts and squeezing coconut cream to see who could do this in the fastest amount of time. The Hekatoumi drifting relay proved to be a very physically demanding event, requiring the whole team to participate. There was also a vivid marker tattooing challenge, a more creative avenue for some to draw what the celebration meant to them, with each team selecting one person to draw on and model their creation. The hairstyling competition proved to be more entertaining and creative activity, with male and female representatives allowing the team to style their hair. On Sunday, there was a church service followed by a quiz night, and this was also an opportunity for some of the former leaders of the group to impart some knowledge about the journey over the past 40 years. And there were also words of encouragement to emerging leaders to continue the lasting legacy and ensure that the fellowship continues despite the challenges of this new era. On Saturday, Avasele Onyanipata held a Marine Day as a lead-up to their annual show day, with people around the island participating. In the canoe categories, there were 47 registered to compete, 9 fishermen out on the boats, and just over 20 people out on the reef. The reef fishing and collection category was reserved for residents from within the village. By midday, it was time to weigh in and find out who the winners were for each category. So for the canoes, the heaviest tuna was caught by Langalavini, the heaviest wahoo caught by Manila Nosa. Heaviest other fish was a dog-toothed tuna caught by Manila Nosa, a red bass caught by Hinemgaya, and third place a trevally caught by Boko Sianitama. The heaviest other fish, a dog-toothed tuna caught by Manila Nosa. The heaviest individual bottom fish was caught by Ethan Okesene. Second placing went to William Pasiti and third placing to Justin Mogoya. Heaviest total catches in the bottom fish category, that was taken up by Ethan Okesene, second placing to Toki Taolani and third placing to William Pasisi. Heaviest total catch of the day went to Manila Nosa. The youngest fisherman of the day, Floyd Vidiamu. Oldest fisherman went to Ponika Panga. The 2 major prizes for the day went to Manila Nosa as the overall fisherman champ for the Waka competition, taking away 2 shields for his effort. The village community and council of Avasele acknowledged all that participated and sponsored prizes towards the event, making the competition possible. Avasele Onyanipata now prepare for their show day this coming Saturday. That concludes our news bulletin for this evening.